This season of Moments with Ndero podcast is powered by WorkspaceGlobal.com, branding made easy. Hey, welcome to season 7 of Moments with Ndero podcast, where you will be inspired, encouraged, and uplifted. For those who are tuning in for the first time, thank you for joining this adventure. To those who have been here from day one, thank you for being part of this journey. With that said, let's dive into this show. As a young girl, my curiosity knew no bounds. I would ask endless questions about anything that captured my attention. But as I grew older, I found myself holding back, afraid of how others might perceive me. So for a while, I played it safe. Playing it safe, though, comes with a price. It keeps you comfortable, but limits your growth. True progress comes from stepping outside your comfort zone, from being willing to learn and relearn. Fast forward to 2023, I took on the role of CEO to lead our company's transition into video on demand streaming. Our digital platform, NW Plus TV, is dedicated to showcasing authentic African stories by Africans for Africans. This new chapter in tech and innovation is both thrilling and challenging, and I'm fully committed to learning along the way because I'm passionate, truly passionate about sharing African stories on a global stage. As a proud alumna of the USAID Young African Leaders Initiative, YALI, I'm excited to share that our company was represented at the dedicated YALI Pavilion at the just concluded Africa Tech Festival 2024, alongside 100 other innovative alumni businesses from 31 African countries in sectors such as agriculture, education, energy, fintech, property tech, and healthcare. USAID's support of the YALI 100 underscores its commitment to African-led innovation and youth empowerment, providing essential exposure and resources to young entrepreneurs, advancing economic growth, and empowering Africa's next generation of changemakers. During this festival, I caught up with fellow changemakers from Angola, Sierra Leone, Mauritius, Uganda, Lesotho, and Kenya. The entrepreneurs interviewed in this episode are in tech sectors such as education, ensuring that every child has access to quality education, while another is leveraging language to develop tailored content and interactive sessions to enhance language skills. And another is a provider of advanced drone services dedicated to delivering innovative aerial solutions. Let's listen in.
My name is José Kapango. I'm from Angola. I run a company called Konnect Academy. It's a language academy that provides English, Portuguese, French classes online and hybrid way. We also provide interpretation and translation, not only for local people in Angola, but also international people. We provide classes for different fields in aviation, oil, finances. Also, we tackle different group ages, kids, teenagers, workers, or even adults. It's been like a very, very tough journey, but since I'm a businessman and I'm an entrepreneur, I'm here in YALI Expo AfriTech to experience and learn from other people and also to thrive in life.
Why languages and why is it important to ensure that we preserve languages?
Perfect. What language? I'm going to say in a very first thing. I come from Angola, and most of the countries that are near Angola either speak English or French, which makes our connections with international people really difficult. And investors find a lot of problems to do business in my country, and most of them are really willing to come to Angola, but unfortunately, because of language barrier, it becomes a very, very big problem. So we are tackling on language barrier because we would like to thrive in life, professionally, personally, because we would like to have more opportunity in this life. Not everybody in Angola can speak English or French very fluently, but when they do, they have higher chances of succeeding in life, either professionally, academically, or even personally. So tackling this language barrier at very early stage, it helps a lot, not only from the outside, from international people, but also from us inside. Because one of the examples is me being here in Afritech, Yali Expo. If I didn't speak English, and if I didn't really understand French, I wouldn't really be here. I would have missed all these kind of opportunities. And possibly, it's not a possibility, I'm really certain about that. Many people in Angola, maybe they have the willing to be here, maybe they have the willing of thriving in life, but because of language barrier, everything becomes extremely difficult for them. So that's what we're tackling: interpretation, language teaching, hybrid and online.
So why do you think spaces like Africa Tech Festival are important, and why is technology important now?
That's a very good question again. It's important because here in Afritech we meet different kind of people, young changemakers actually, Yali, international companies, people who already have the experience, and we could actually learn from them, a lot from them. And being here, it's really important because we don't only learn from people or from companies and other leaders. We can also actually find our potential clients here. We can find investors, we can find partners, and which will help us to expand not only in business but also in terms of connection. So technology is important because if we pay close attention, we will see that a lot of things in this universe are actually becoming digital. So if we do not pay attention, if we do not participate in Afritech Festival, it becomes really difficult for us, young leaders, to thrive in life. It becomes really difficult to navigate the social problems and also kill the problems in a very, very simple way.
So if you have a young person wanting to start off in business, what advice would you give them?
I would say go ahead and start it, because if you wait for the right time will never show up. I know there are a lot of people who would like to have company, would like to have startups, and they are possibly looking for finances or financial situation. But if you have people that can help you, go ahead and talk to them. You can even pitch. Maybe you're not familiar with pitch, but you can always go to people and tell them what you really want. But if they don't really actually help you getting the funds, you can still go ahead. You can still look for you can still look for mentors, and perhaps they will really, not perhaps, I'm really sure they will help you out to navigate. But please, do not wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes. So if you have a willing to start it right now.
Hi, good morning. My name is Lovetta Bangura, and my company name is STEM. So STEM, we are making education accessible to every child in Africa. So in order for us to make education accessible, we are leveraging technology to improve the quality of education. So in that light, we have developed 3 different initiatives and products. The first one, we have the STEM server, which provides access to unlimited learning materials offline for students wherever they are. You can be in the most remotest area of nowhere, middle of nowhere, and you can have access to the world knowledge, even without internet. So, me working on STEM is actually from a personal experience, actually. So while growing up, I lost my dad at a very young age. It only becomes me, my mom, and my younger brother. And my mom, she works very hard day and night to provide for us. And unfortunately, months after we lost my dad, she lost her job too. So she started selling at streets, selling cookery, the roadside. And that was when everything gets tough for us, everything becomes difficult. We have to move from the school we are attending to go to a remote community school that we'll be attending to. So with that, I was wondering how my brother and I can have a quality education that will lead to a brighter future. Is it even possible for us again? So that was the problem. So that was my struggle, that was my constraints actually. And actually, to help my mom with her job and to assist at the house, my brother and I will sell ginger beer and bisab along with her on the roadside during holidays. So On one lovely morning, we have the best news of our life because we go to the mosque every day to learn Arabic. So one of the elders of the mosque noticed our struggle, and the sheikh also that is teaching us noticed the problem that we are facing. So they gave us a scholarship to see us through secondary school. They paid for my brother and I school fees to attend private school. They took us from community school to a private school and paid for us completely. They see us all throughout secondary school. So unfortunately, after I started my last exam, the elder from the mosque that was paying my fees has an unfortunate something and could no longer be able to pay for me. So there again, this young girl that is dreaming to have a good and brighter future, in the midst of nowhere, wondering again, is that going to be possible? Is that even going to be possible again? And again, another savior where I was working, because after I took my last exam, I went to do a part-time job to assist my mom at home. So where I was working now, my boss noticed my passion for learning and how bad I want to have a brighter future. I want to learn. I want to learn. Like, I want to have a very good future. And he noticed my learning, and so when I gave him my acceptance that I've been accepted at the University of Sierra Leone to study engineering, he was really proud and he was really excited. But he also noticed that I can't afford this because of I don't have money. My mom can't afford this as well. So he decided to pay for me fully for 5 years course. He paid my tuition fee for 5 years and allowance every week to go to the class, to me to study. And I'm not the smartest, I'm not the brightest, I'm not even the top of my class, but someone believed in me, believed in my potential, and invested in my education. That is something I will never forget, and it's the biggest thing that has ever happened to me. So that is what drives me to co-found EasySTEM with my co-founders. So now I can be able to give students access to quality education regardless of where they are. I don't have the money to pay for them their tuition fee or to even give them something for the week, but I can bring quality education to wherever they are, and I can make hundreds or thousands of students have access to education at once.
That is such a powerful story, and I'm so proud of you. So how did you connect with Yali, and why is it important to be here at Africa Tech Festival?
Yali, I was actually in year 2 when I first applied for Yali, but I think there was an issue, so they did not call us that time. So later, around year 3, they called us, and that was the best day for me. I was actually on exam when I received the call. I was like, oh my God, Yali. So then I pick up the call. I never knew I'm going to benefit this much from Yali, but I actually believe that it's going to be great for me. It's going to help me in so many ways. It has already been helping me. Since the day I said Yali alumna, it has been helping me so much. And when I saw the link to apply for the expo, I was not even sure of myself, but I was like, let me try my luck and see what I can do. So then I tried my luck, and then I asked for the sponsorship. My business is a startup company. We started 2022, and it's just new. And we have been working so hard. We have impacted 5,000 students in Syria and across Sierra Leone presently. And the server has been accessed 36,000 times and counting. So for me to have a space here where I can show the world my work and what we are doing at EasySTEM is really important to me. And I'm really privileged and honored because of what Yali did. So if it was not for Yali, I don't know if this would be possible. I'm expecting to gain a lot from this event. I don't know yet, but I'm hopeful, I'm optimistic to do my best and to leverage as many opportunities I can to expand and bring out EasySTEM, for people to see EasySTEM and what we are doing at EasySTEM. So Yali is really important to me. It's giving me the confidence that that young girl from Sierra Leone who was thinking about having a brighter future is now on the path of giving another student a brighter future with her initiative. And Yali is putting my work out there. Keep dreaming. Don't give up. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to have experience in anything or be expert in anything. You can start and try to collaborate with people that have the idea on what you want to do, because collaboration makes the dream work. You might not be a technical person, you might not be someone that is vocal or someone that can talk, but you have something in you. You have your own capability. Like basically what somebody told me, I'm going to share what someone told me to everybody as well. What your business is producing is not the asset. What you're doing is not the asset. It is you that is running the business. You are the greatest asset. And the people that you have are the greatest assets. Believe in yourself first and try to come with people that also believe in themselves, and then put that thing that you believe in into your product, and people will believe it as well.
I'm Melwyn from Mauritius, and I'm the director of Aeraccess, a company that specializes into drone services for civil engineer, for civil application, agriculture, and also for the inspection like solar panels and all the hydro solutions.
So what made you choose to become an entrepreneur, and why this space?
Why I wanted to become an entrepreneur is that where I usually thought that there's lots of things that I see when I look outside, and where people tend to see problems. I saw that it would be an opportunity for me for growth, an opportunity or a gap. And becoming an entrepreneur for me is finding every gap that you have and see how, with your personal insight, you can fill this gap. So that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I started. It's been around 16 years. I founded my first company, which was an IT company. And then when the drone arrived 6 years back, I founded my own company. And I was lucky to be one of the finalists for the Startup World Cup in San Francisco, and was featured as the best startup in Africa in 2019, and also among the 12 world finalists at that time.
So how would you say entrepreneurship can impact the community?
Actually, everyone has an impact can have an impact on the community. And before coming to the entrepreneur itself, I would like to talk about what I mean by a gap. Just imagine you're on the top of one mountain and you see a higher mountain over there, and then you want to go there, but you cannot just jump. So what we need to do is to go down and then go up from on the other side. So what this going down is for me is looking at the past pattern that we had. So we tend to do things in some way, but then we start looking at how people do things differently. So we try to sense and connect with other people, and then after we connect with them, we start to see there's always what we call a cognitive dissonance that happens. So we see that what we are doing and what they are doing might not look the same at first sight. But then after that, after this discomfort that you find when you see all of that, you try to see, is there a convergent point? And generally, finding this convergent point has a specific word. It's innovation. Because when we put the insight of different people together and see what it leads, so I'm doing this way, he's doing it that way, but what if I take this part from him and this part from mine and put it together? So that's when really innovation part. And then we get to the level where we need to let go of our past pattern and see what is emerging.
What would you say is important about technology now in Africa?
Well, the first thing is that we say that technology is here to stay. Because all the changes that are happening, for instance, when we had the SMS, when we had the email, yesterday we were talking about the importance of email. So these are what we call the building blocks. So now that we have, for instance, when we have the AI, and I'm working a lot with AI for kids. So when you have all these technologies outside, we need to see what are the convergent points and see what this tells us about all the opportunities. And when you see technology, it's about using the technology right, because some people think that technology will do the work, but it's not this part. Technology enhance what we already know. So the importance of technology is like a cohort. For instance, just ask someone how much time he has his phone on his hand today, all across Africa, and what it brings. What are the changes when it call about payment like M-Pesa, Mvula, all these things have allowed us to leapfrog. For instance, lots of people in Africa didn't use the conventional desktop with all these big machines on the desk. They went directly to the phone. So now we need to learn how to make the new kids of today learn how to use AI, because AI is like having an encyclopedia that answers our questions. It's like having an opportunity to test our ideas. For instance, on my side, I've been writing 4 projects this year and got 3 out of them. So this project, after I wrote them, I asked questions about AI and they helped me to enhance my ideas, to get deeper into it. It's like having a consultant, a teacher, and also an expert in our hand for free. So it's evident that we should use it to leverage and learn how we can enhance everything that we do.
My name is Timothy David Wambi from Uganda. I am the founder of Ajibu Community. Ajibu Community is a non-profit in Uganda that is focusing on promoting education through making educational learning resources that are innovative, that help children to learn through play while growing and developing important skills for the future. The skills are critical thinking, problem solving, 21st century skills. So those skills also help them to progress in their learning, because in Uganda we face a challenge of 83% children not being able to read and write or solve simple mathematical problems. So our resources help children to practically work with these problems, to solve mathematical problems, to learn to read, to learn to count, to learn the basics of literacy and numeracy.
What made you decide to step into the space of entrepreneurship, considering the challenges that comes with this space?
So what prompted me is 2 things. One was my background. I went to school with very limited resources and I didn't have so much support, but I persevered. That's a positive. But also on the other side is the community where I live. I see hundreds of children not going to school because they don't have resources, and those that go to school drop out because they lack resources. And those resources do not affect only children, but even their teachers. The teachers get demotivated when they don't have learning material, teaching material, they don't have support, they don't have training. So what we do is, through these resources, we train teachers, we empower children until they are able to read and write and progress in their education.
What's the impact that you're trying to achieve?
So the impact we're trying to achieve currently through these resources, we have supported over 1,200 children and trained over 120 teachers. So in the next year, we are looking to reach 5,000 children and also reach over 300 teachers in our local community through these resources.
So why do you think it's important to attend spaces like Africa Tech, and why is technology important now?
One, to attend this space, it is very important because it does not only provide opportunities, but it awakens your mind. Because since I got here yesterday, I've seen a lot of amazing work that I want to get to. I've talked to a lot of people that I just can't wait to go and talk in detail with. So to me, it is a very big door opener to not only maybe funding, but also innovation. As I attend, I get to learn more ideas. And also technology is important now because that's where the future is. You know, we're in the future. So what we want to do is to achieve children, to help children now to be prepared for the future. So if we don't invest in technology now, we are not investing in the future.
If someone was starting off a business right now, what advice would you give them?
If someone is starting a business now, the advice I would give them is 1, to start, and 2, is to start. Because if you don't start, you won't know how it will come out. Basically, you'll have situations in your head that will tell you, what if it fails, what if it doesn't work out, but that's just you thinking. It's not what is in happening. So it might be different. So also, if you want to start a business, still you'll be solving a problem. Every business solves a problem in the community. So it's not just for personal benefit, but also for the entire community.
Thank you.